Hi, I'm Tori.
And I'm Leah.
And I'm Tana.
And I'm Paige.
And welcome back to the Boys Lie podcast.
Podcast where we talk about the craziest relationship stories you've ever heard, pop culture, and the piping hot tea of our lives.
So buckle up, enjoy the ride, and remember that Boys Lie. Yay.
Always, every single time they lie, actually.
Always.
It's like gotta be the best brand name in the world.
Thank you.
Because it's just like, the sky is blue, bears shit in the woods, and men lie. You know what I mean? Like, it's
shit.
just like,
That really is it.
Facts.
And here I was about to be like, and welcome to the Tana Roast Fest.
no.
And instead, we're more like, oh my God, the first time I met you was at Tin Baltarian's house.
You and me?
Yeah, and Leah.
Shut up.
Yeah.
the first time we ever met you
hate to say that
was at
too.
the Halloween party. It was
Can I be honest with you? I don't even know. I can't believe there was ever. It feels like it was like the influencer version of like the Playboy Mansion,
It was
right?
crazy.
And
It was really the Playboy Mansion in its prime.
yeah, but I don't remember
no,
anything.
it's so funny.
I only ever remember walking in and walking out, and like, thank God, right?
There was moments, I think at the Halloween party that I remember, and there was a maze situation. That's it. That's all I have grasped as memory.
How do you even like get the invite to that?
I don't know.
Be a whore. Literally just be a whore.
I'm like, done. Where's my invite?
Too, and
Yeah.
it was not. Oh my God, we could tell that story. Also.
We'll tell the story
Do
another time.
tell.
Yeah.
But we were so excited because like we had like actually just started Boys Lie, and you were like one of the first people to ever wear the brand. So we saw you and we're like, oh my God, we have to go up and say hi. So we run up to you. We're like, hi, like we're Boys Lie.
And you.
And you're like, you go, what? And we're like, we're Boys Lie. And you go, whores lie, yeah. And we were like, no, but we're Boys Lie.
And you're like, Boys Lie. And then it hit you, and you're like, oh my God, I love that brand.
Perfect. Okay, I was hoping there was a redemption arc.
No, you fully
Because-
redeemed yourself, and we were like, yeah.
We have there's a very serious difference. We talk about this often. There's Tana and there's Tina, right? Give her 6 shots and she's Tina.
Honestly,
right?
same though.
And I was like, oh, you met Tina.
yeah.
I was
No,
scared.
but it's fine because I feel like I'm that way too, and like
Same.
we all have that.
I don't know what
girl.
my alter ego was, but like I was that night too. And we were just so excited to like be like, hi, like we're Boys Lie. And it was so funny. We were like, yeah, whores do lie. We were like,
Whores also lie.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
They do. They
Yeah,
honestly
they
do.
do.
We know that. We all know
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know?
I've been a lying whore in my life, a couple
Yeah,
times. To a
samesies.
man, though, so then it all kind of comes full
Agreed.
circle,
Yeah.
right?
Agreed.
Balance
Is
out.
lying to a man even lying?
No, like
No.
Pem does.
No.
It cross cancels.
I
Like,
just want to
wait.
say, you guys, I'm really, really excited to be here.
Wait, I'm
And-
so
So
stoked.
excited.
We've had like our drunk interactions, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, but we've never had like a real actual formal sit down
know.
convo, and we have so
crazy.
many fucking mutual friends and mutual just fucked up shit we've done.
So
like,
many like stories of circles and circles and circles where it was like we were all there at the same time. We just didn't like really like intertwine until the end
Yeah.
of the night, I guess.
oh God, I'm still scared.
how did you guys meet?
So
Oh my
first of
God.
all, Paige is here. Duh, I'm so excited you're here, and I'm influencerifying her. I'm holding her at gunpoint to become an influencer, and
Yeah, she's really been applying the pressure lately. She's forcing me, and I love it.
You're crushing. Everyone's
God.
supportive.
Wait,
Like
stop. Thank
honestly,
you.
your snark page is so nice.
Oh God, I have a snark page. Wait, I didn't even know I had a snark page.
oh my God, wait, that's iconic.
Way to quickly check Reddit.
I'm like,
Reddit
oh
girly.
God.
Yeah. Oh my God, I can't read Reddit. It's like
You crush on Reddit too.
sometimes, but then you start basing your worth in crushing, and then the next week you're not, and it's all emotional
I
cutting.
can't.
I
I
can't.
can't imagine like even reading the comments about myself. One bad comment, I'm like, fuck.
I met Tana. Well, I've been working for her for like 3.5 years now.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's like yeah. I met her because when I first moved to LA, I wanted to get into fashion marketing. So I worked at Wasteland on Melrose, and I worked there for like a year. COVID happened, and it was very like touch and go. So they would like close down, reopen. It was like all up in the air. And towards the end of 2020, they ended up like closing the store, and it was basically just like if you were a manager, you could stay and keep working. If you weren't, you get furloughed. So I got furloughed. My unemployment stopped coming in. I was like, oh fuck, it's crunch time. I was panicking.
Now I gotta go work for this dumbass blonde bitch.
No, actually, you're not dumb at all.
She's
You're one
the
of
smartest person
people
I've ever met.
I agree.
I think people just underestimate you because like you started this platform so honestly and openly and like with YouTube and whatnot, and people underestimate the fuck
I
out of
agree,
you.
and I have a lot to touch on that too.
Yeah, we'll get to
Yeah.
that later.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
really honestly not a roast.
The
It's like a
smartest
guess.
person ever.
I agree.
Truly. And she's humble. But when I got furloughed, my roommate at the time was working for Lana Rhodes as her personal assistant.
Wow.
So I saw what she was doing and I was like, hey girl, honestly, like get me in on that. So I was like, if you know anyone who needs an assistant, like let me know. She ended up reaching out to Kyla, who's Tana's old assistant. And she was like, if there's any job openings, like let me know. My roommate like really like wants to be a PA. And then I didn't hear back for 2 months. So I was like, oh fuck, like whatever, it's done. And then literally one day I was in the shower and like I was this close to moving back home and I was like, I'm fucked. Like I don't have any money. I have no job, like nothing. And I just like had this weird feeling. My phone went off and I was like, I know it's Kyla. And I checked it and it was. And she was like, hey, let's hop on a call. Like
Holy shit.
do
Hell
the
yeah.
thing. And the rest is history.
That's how it
And
works.
We've been going hard ever since.
It's
That's
so funny because
amazing.
there was in that 2-month interim, I don't even know if you know this. Kyla had like hired someone else, and it was like this sorority girl, and I could tell like after her first day, she was like, "No, I'm not doing this."
Yeah.
We get a lot of those.
I mean,
honestly.
I think it was second day working for you ever. I get to work. The fire alarm goes off. We all evacuate the house. Do you not remember this?
Of course, I don't.
was this
Sure,
the lake?
The Weed Lake house.
Weed
Yeah.
Lake house?
Fire alarm's going off. We're all evacuating the house. There's some Postmate driver who's trying to get into the house. Kyla's stopping him. She's like, who the fuck are you? Who do you know? He's trying to break in. Meanwhile, Tana asked me to go get butane for her fireplace. Butane. Like if she...
Some shit I would make Aram do. I'm so sorry.
No, but like...
You're telling me your first task ever was butane?
It was getting you butane for your fireplace. And if she used the butane in the fireplace, Weed Lake would be no more. It'd be burnt to the ground. Like,
Is it gas?
I don't even know what
I don't
butane
know.
I would
is.
assume that would be gas.
I don't
Wait,
know.
what is butane?
I honestly
No,
don't
butane's
remember.
the shit that you put in those like
heater
outdoor
lamps?
heaters.
Yeah.
But is it gas or is
But-
it liquid?
All I know is like if
What
I
is
have
it?
no idea. It came in like an aerosol can because I had to
Okay.
get like an employee to come unlock the case.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
I knew it
It's
was
the whole
dangerous.
situation at the gas station, and to get
Yeah.
it refilled also is. Guys, I know all about this.
But all I know is like Weed Lake would have been burnt to the ground if she used the butane.
And clearly, we needed a butane expert on the scene because
You're both from Pennsylvania.
Yep.
We grew up down the street from each other.
I'm from Massachusetts, so I love an East Coast
Yay.
girl.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
We need more of those.
Tana has a problem. I'm like a few, but the biggest one, we were in Cabo for our birthdays. And when Tina comes out to play, we're all in the pool together, and she will hook you by the nose, like in the nostrils, and like rip you down underwater and like hold you there. And I come back up like gasping for air, and she thinks it's so funny. She's like laughing. I'm like, I'm dying.
smile on my face. I don't know what it is. Like 2 shots and I want to play mermaids, but like I'm actually 5.
Violet
like there's
mermaids.
an actual like mental deficit. Like I'm like drowning everyone.
We're like,
Yeah, I feel like we could do that
Oh
together.
my God, please. Like,
Yeah, like-
I want to get as close to fucking drowning as humanly possible at all times. Ocean, egg beater, all of it.
At one point, I was like, "Bitch, you're the one
No.
with the extensions, and I'm the one who's
Yeah, I
worried."
dunked her head. I held her down. I go, bathe. Like I like dunked her in the river.
Like we're getting worms. We're getting worms.
No,
Like
give
I'm
up.
like thrashing, I'm kicking, like making a scene. She's still holding me under, like counting to 50.
I know. How long can you hold your breath?
not long.
Yeah,
I
not
vape
long at
too
all.
much.
I'm
So
same.
we're-
Oh my God.
like literally.
If you asked me to hold my breath for like 20 seconds to save the lives of like all my family members, everyone would die. Like
Same.
I can't stop smoking. Can't
See,
stop.
I don't know how to
Pacifiers.
quit.
I call them pacifiers. That's
That's
what
her
they
binky.
are.
One time she took it away from me.
I tried being a vape girly so hard because I was
Girl,
like,
what?
No.
Go back to hot Pilates.
I
It
know.
is like when you get braces or see someone with braces or like they break their arm for the first time and you're like a kindergartner and you're like, fuck, I want to be that
You want a
bitch.
cast.
I want that
Yeah.
pack.
Shit,
Yeah.
Everyone sign me up.
Sign
Like
my arm,
I
yeah.
want to fucking be that bitch. So like I tried vaping in
You're so
fucking
lucky
my
that you don't
Warwick
get
days, and
addicted.
it was
No,
just
I love
not
in my
it.
Warwick days. God, that was a place to
I
have
love
all
the
of that.
stove though. Like I love a hard burn.
See, I went like the natural route. I went from like acoustic
Natural.
to like electric.
I support this. I fully support it. And like actually, I don't endorse it with
I was
you
never even addicted to
specifically,
cigs.
but-
I don't know what happened.
I had a similar experience to you as like I was so against it for so long and I was being such a pick me cunt. I was like so above it. I was like literally vaping so bad for you. But then I wanted to smoke like everyone else and now
I didn't even get to choose like the pick me cunt part. I was just like, I want to be that vape girly. Tried it so hard, lost every vape. I lose my phone every 5 seconds, so like that's the other thing.
I need to
has
get
a-
a patch.
She has a box of vapes, like a box.
Was
You're
it from
lucky.
Fire? Because they keep sending us
I need
shit. And I'm
those.
like, I don't know what to do with these vapes. They're like dangerous as fuck.
I didn't take one, still haven't.
Not
I'm
to-
dedicated to a specific kind of
I'm the
flavor
same
rest.
exact fucking way.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate this fucking thing though. I need to stop.
I want to be like a cigarette mom with a patch
Me
on
too.
and, like, slay
Okay.
it.
Also, I heard like the nicotine. What is it? The
The
pouches.
Zyn.
I
Oh, the
know. I hope
Zyn.
that I heard those.
I'm
out.
already teetering the line of like redneck, and I feel like the Zyn would just really take it there. Like, hold
We
on,
can
let
do
me
it
pack my
together.
lip.
No, my ex used to do those all the time. And one time I was like, I'm a little tipsy. Let me just give it a go. You guys yacked. Like,
I was
it was
gonna
like
say,
the
did you
first time I
projectile?
smoked a cigar. Like, yak.
Well, aren't you not
immediately.
supposed to swallow it?
And it's just like so like.
Or are you supposed to
Oh, are you
spit
supposed to,
it?
like, spit
I don't
it?
know. Are you?
Yeah,
I thought that
I
was
think
just
you
dip.
do.
See, that's why I can't. Like, if I'm spitting in a cup, it's all over.
But
Oh,
girls
yeah.
who pack a lip, that's crazy. Good luck to
I
you,
did that in
sister.
high school to like try to show off. Some guy had like a tin
No
of Grizzly. I'm like,
way.
yeah, give me one. Like I'm throwing up off the balcony. Like, not
No,
cute.
we'll bleep this girl's name, but this girl, she one time drank her brother's dip spit by accident. At
Oh
a
my
That
God.
happened to me once.
Really?
It happened to my best friend too.
Oh, that
In high
shit. I
school.
would be like when we saw it, I was just like,
No, I almost killed myself for it. I think I chased it with Fireball. It was like 2014. That time.
that was the era for that though.
Oh
That
my
was the
God.
true era.
Fireball is so good.
It
Okay.
really-
It
we all
is,
had
it is
one
good.
bad hangover. Oh, you don't know.
That's like the only alcohol where if I take a shot, it's coming right back up.
Mine's loopy, the fruity loopy vodka. That one, like it smells like Fruit Loops, and every time someone opens even remotely a bag of like Kellogg's cereal,
Which
and I
one?
get
I've
a
never heard of
waft,
it.
I'm like, fruity.
Oh, I know.
It's
The Three
called
Olives.
Fruit, yeah, 3
I
olives.
know the
Oh,
one.
that's what it is. 3 olives loopy.
Girl, I know.
I want
all
some.
too well.
My mouth is watering. It sounds amazing.
It's like that was just my night. That was it. I was like, it's hospital time, girlie.
I feel lucky to like be in like a 1942 and like Veuve like lifestyle
Yeah.
now, but like I grew up on fucking Blue UV and like Fireball and shit, and there's still always a part of me that will love it.
Yeah.
We grew up on
Brunettes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who hurt you?
A lot of people. Honestly, I went to Boulder, and that was all people drank.
Smirnoff raspberry.
It was really good though in high school
Why was that the thing that people got?
because it was
not
delicious
good.
at the time.
Easy to steal.
Oh,
Yeah.
and Pinnacle was the high school.
Oh, the whipped.
Pinnacle. Oh my God.
Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
That is like
Oh my
cra-
God.
I would
we
still
used
drink
to
that, I
shove
think.
those in our pants. I'd wear my big cargos running out of the store like the sun didn't
What'd you
shine.
guys call it?
Bottle runs.
Bottle runs.
Yeah,
Fuck
that was
yeah.
bad.
Ours was just like my parents' liquor cabinet
Yeah,
because my dad would
same.
never drink until like 6 years ago.
And that was always like, did you ever have a friend in high school where it's like you didn't even necessarily like love them? They weren't your bestie, but like their parents had the liquor
best
cabinet.
liquor.
oh, I was
Yeah.
that bitch.
She had the best liquor cabinet. Like her mom didn't give a fuck.
But it would be
those are the
so
best.
weird.
Yeah.
My parents just didn't drink until like I think it was after college graduation. My mom decided to drink one day, and all of a sudden, every bottle they'd put in the freezer, it would freeze, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
"Fucking Tori, like fucking."
Why would that be me though? The second my kids are through college, I'm like, all right, where are the perk 30s?
Yeah.
Like, I'm done. Like,
Okay, wait. I have a question about your guys' relationship because Aram is sitting in the corner and we love him so much and he's
So
our
much.
assistant and like literally he's like our lifesaver. He does everything for us. And I know that you guys have a very similar relationship. And I was wondering like how do you guys have like a separation between friendship and business or do you just keep it all in one big go? Cuz we have no boundary with him.
We really roll around a thin boundary.
I don't think we have a boundary,
Yeah, I
but
think-
it works.
I think like 6 months in, we took that boundary on the ground, stomped on it, and spit and walked away.
Threw
Like,
it out the fucking window.
yeah, it's really hard because it's
It
like,
is, yeah.
They also like Aram sees me and Leah at such personal, obviously
God.
levels, even with like my family situation just going on. So it's kind of crazy, like to try and even
Yeah.
have boundaries because for me, I'm like, I'm gonna have a mental breakdown.
Even
in 5
medical
minutes.
shit.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he knows
oh my
everything.
god, yeah, that's so true.
Yeah.
You do know
He
everything.
knows
I
the
mean,
gross things. about
At
us
this
as well.
point, I'm just like an extension of her.
Yeah.
I consider her, honestly.
Seriously, we're like combined. Like, it's getting to the point. It's actually getting kind of scary. Like, we share a brain, but I feel like all the time people are like, "Oh, how do you like mix friendship and work?" But it didn't start as a friendship. Like, it started like just like as a work relationship, and then over time, it's like we spend literally every day together. It's bound to happen. Like, we ended up just becoming best friends, and it's like we know like when to clock in, like when to like actually work hard, and then we know when to like play hard.
That's
so
I love that.
I feel like I've spent every single moment with you for the past 3 years. Like, if we were to try to fully just not be friends, that's like It's impossible. Honestly, it's just impossible. And it's like, I think so much of the like assistant relationship pipeline is like we are dealing with people all day, other people, other businesses, other people we work with, whoever we're hiring, whatever. And you know what that's like when you like get in the car and it's like you three and you're like, God, they were fucking idiots.
Oh my God, yeah.
Or like
it's a whole debrief. You have to like really break it down, being like, who the fuck do they think they are?
like
so
we're
fun,
just
though.
debriefing 24/7.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So
I think it's better. Like I feel like this is like so not like a normal thing, but I do think it's better to be friends with like the people that you work with, especially everyone who's so close to you. Like I love you, Aram. Like I feel like literally I couldn't live without you, and I understand your relationship so much because like we don't turn it off either.
Yeah.
Like it's a friendship, relationship, business thing. Like it's like you can't
But I
separate
think
it.
with work, people we want to work with or genuinely want to do anything with, like we would rather have some sort of relationship in general. Like I'm not going to tell someone to go do something in like an authoritative like flight attendant type of position.
Yeah.
Like overly authoritative flight attendant position.
100%. I think you just have to like get it. We definitely like we only will ever hire people that want to be there and work. You know what I mean? And we
Yeah.
definitely have that in common. Like we want to fucking work. You know what I mean? So yeah, it works.
But also, it's like if you're spending every single day with someone, you have to make sure you guys get along and like you like being in their company. You know?
would have killed me in my sleep, I fear, if you didn't at least maybe like me a little bit sometimes.
Yeah, like there has to be some like redeeming qualities. Like if
Yeah.
you're gonna be with each other every single day, like I would hope that you guys like each other. Like any like work relationship.
And also with your position too, just being so close to Tana, it's almost like you play like the artery of like the blood flow of every single thing that you do. Like Aram is like genuinely like the heart of our entire team. I feel like you
Aram, come here.
Get
I want to
over
ask you
there.
a question.
Yeah,
come
wait.
here too.
You really are the heart though,
sit?
Paige.
Yeah.
Couch. We can like
Also,
trade
what's
off.
this wine talking about? Is she good?
I'm literally obsessed with you.
It's Chardonnay.
Sorry, like my like hot spot.
Oh, no, quit it. It's so
I want to
annoying.
ask Aram like
I know I'm dying.
I live.
a personal question.
I'm not.
Okay, what?
Paige's, let me just tell you, Paige's dream environment, favorite environment ever is like
Okay.
next to a funny gay.
Yeah.
So I know she's
I'm
thriving.
adopting
Oh
you.
my God,
I
really?
promise.
I'm getting your number after this.
No, I'm not kidding.
The other day we were on set for this makeup campaign and we're like on set. I'm shooting all professionally. Paige is like helping me with everything, whatever. And I look in the corner and she somehow summoned one of the gays from the makeup company.
The
And she looks
only
at
one.
me and she goes, "Can we keep him?"
I live.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. I'm now realizing certain categories of gay where I'm like, I fuck with this one, I fuck with this one, I fuck with this one.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's one where I'm like, there's just two
Yes,
categories where I'm like, this type of gay is it's
The
too much.
turbulence.
It's- yeah.
The
Too
turbulence.
gay.
I'm like, baby, I love all of you. I don't discriminate. Come to mama.
Yeah, that's so true.
Mama.
You love it.
I don't
love-
discriminate either.
No, I'm
but,
totally
like,
kidding.
Okay, Aram, what's the
Yeah.
most annoying thing that Tori does, and what's the most annoying thing that I do?
I think
that's
the most
good.
annoying thing Tori does is
He had this quick. He had this answer ready.
well, I thought about it earlier today.
Oh my god.
Not in that like context, but just it's just when you ask, you just forget a lot of things. And then you'll sometimes like you'll be the one that did something, but then you'll act like someone else did it.
Also me.
No,
I'm like, why were we late today?
It's very that. It's very that. Yeah.
She'll like make a decision and like forget that she made it like 2 weeks later. I'm like, wait, P, like you agreed to do that? Like, she has a million things on her plate and like I don't. Knock her
That just
for
happened
it.
to us. We had like a show in San Francisco and like something was going wrong and we're in San Francisco. I'm calling Seth. I'm calling everyone. I'm like, why the fuck is this happening? Like, what the fuck is going on? Come to find out, I made the decision a month ago.
And then you end up apologizing to everybody and their mothers, just being like, it was me, you guys. I'm the problem. It's me. I just don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Okay, now what's the most annoying thing I do?
The most annoying thing you do. I feel like it's like honestly harder to think of one.
Oh my God.
Not in a bad way. Well, sometimes you can be a little bit of a complainica.
I love complaining.
Complainica.
Yes,
And you
that
know,
is
so
me.
am I too, but I just don't complain in front of you guys because like I'm not.
I
trying
complain
to
about
complain.
everything.
Our favorite thing is complaining.
I love
Yeah.
it.
I will say
There's such a release in complaining.
at all. Aaron complains like the bare minimum. Leah, sometimes I'm like, bitch, I literally eat your energy alive. Like, do not complain.
Oh my God.
I just hate everything.
Me as fuck.
Like I really just like
Yeah.
sometimes I can't help it. I just have to talk, or else I like feel like it's all bottled up and then be a huge bitch regardless.
I'm the same. We're the same way. Like we serially complain. There could be nothing to complain about. But we just need to feel something, and we're like the clouds are fucking weird today. Yeah. Like
It's that.
I totally agree. Like it's funner. It's like more fun in life to complain about things.
We always say misery loves company. And we will bitch and moan until the cows come home.
But I think it gets me through things.
I
you know,
agree.
like I'll be so resilient. I'll do whatever needs to get fucking done. But I'm gonna bitch and moan.
We're gonna be huffing and
Same.
puffing the whole way through.
Right? Come on.
I do complain. Like, I'm not going to lie. But sometimes I'm like, Leah, the complain, like, volume needs to just turn from a 10 to a 2.
You can call us. I swear.
Thank you.
I swear.
Seriously.
But I get that in business.
I'll
I can
file
feel
all
it.
my complaints with you.
We do get
guys.
moments, though, where we complain, like, religiously. And I'm like, at one point, we got to stop because then
Right.
people will hear our
Everyone needs the
complaints.
like positive friend who will be like, shut up. Like this. That's what my boyfriend is. He's like, babe, it's a beautiful day out. And I'm like, oh shit, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
keeps
mean?
us
Like,
grounded.
yeah. Like, like literally we'll be like bitching about nothing. And he's like, look at the sunset. And we're like, oh fuck, I guess that.
All the
But then don't you?
too.
But then don't you feel like a bitch? Because like Kevin's the same way, and like I think it's a Hawaii thing.
Well, I also think it's different, too, because when Leah complains, I'm like, stop fucking complaining. You're making me fucking complain. So, like,
That's
I
kind
feel
of
like
me and Brooke too. Me and Brooke have more of that relationship where like one of us has to be, because if we're both in a bad mood, it's over
it's
for everyone.
yes, yeah, like it ruins everyone's mood. Everyone's in a bad
Yeah.
mood when we're both big, angry, big, moody.
Yeah.
We
Especially period that time of the month, everyone's mad.
Yeah.
If blood's
it's
coming
hard.
out of my pussy, like batten down the hatches.
And
Like-
one last thing before I go back over there.
No.
Oh, but I'm gonna miss you.
Well, I want to just, it's not like you complain all the time, but
Thank
like I
you.
know when you're on your period. We just talked about period.
yes,
I
yeah.
know when you're on your period.
You do without me even saying it.
You walk in the door, you're stomping. you're mad.
She hits that too.
So heel toe.
That's
Everyone,
what we say.
everyone says
Yeah,
fee fi fo
heel.
fum when I enter the room.
Same. I don't know how else to walk.
This is actually me. I'm realizing
I swear to God.
we might be the same person.
I
I'm
know.
scared.
Like okay, so I walk like this.
Me too. Me too. Me too.
Heels.
No.
But it's way louder.
Yeah.
When Leah's in a bad mood, she makes it known to the whole room.
Me too.
And she'll come to her desk and be like this. She has all her shit, right? She's like,
I'm not kidding.
and I'm just like, you're in a mood today? Like, before I even actually speak, sometimes I'm like,
No.
you gotta go to the bathroom.
She will wake up and know off rip. She goes like this. I'm pissed. Like she literally comes out of bed. She goes,
Same.
"Oh, I'm in a bad mood."
Same.
I'm like, "Okay, diva."
Wait, like see the sun.
If I text Leah before 7 in the morning, I'll be like, okay, there's a reason why she hasn't answered me in the past 5 minutes. It's because she's in a
I'm
very
cranky
bad
as
mood today.
fuck.
I feel
I'll
it
text you back and
internally.
say I'll let you know in like an hour. I'm very fucking cranky.
Yeah,
And
now
then-
we're very good at that now.
Yeah.
Wait, is the
especially.
cha-ching every time Boys Lie makes a sale?
Yeah.
My best friend Jeff, he has Jeff's barber shop and does whatever, and he does the same thing, and he says it like keeps his serotonin.
It does.
Like, just-
That's why I keep it on. It makes me so happy.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I know.
like
we should
it.
change each other's text tones to that or something, just so we can feel that.
Never heard that in my
It
life.
gives me like a little boost of serotonin. It makes me feel something. It's like when I
Yeah.
get a spray tan. It's like
Feel something
yeah.
again.
oh,
I'm so
you just-
sorry. Like, I'm all for like, mood stabilizers and like Lexapro and everything, but I'm just saying if you're going through something, just try a spray tan.
100%.
Oh, get in
Like
the tanning
first.
bed. I don't care. It's my toxic trait.
Listen.
that bed will change
I
your
totally
fucking
agree.
life.
No, but not the bed. The spray tan.
If you can't tone it, tan it.
I was
mean,
just about to say self tan makes you like lose 10 pounds instantly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And your hair done at the same time.
Like-
I feel like it's like you're a whole new
especially when
woman.
you're blonde. It
We
just
call
makes
that
it blonde.
pixie. Like when you feel your most pixie magic,
I
and
love
I say
that.
hair done spray tan, I'm my pixiest.
I'm
Like
picking up
when do you
Wow.
feel
I
your
love that.
pixiest?
when my nails are done, my toes are done, I'm tan, and my hair is
probably right
beautiful.
before photo shoot, but like getting to that point where you have to like I have to laminate my fucking eyebrows, my fucking lashes, then do my fucking toes. I'm sitting there in the chair for an hour and a half. I'm like, bitch, hurry up.
I get super overstimmy. Like when all that's happening, like
I
I
can't.
but the end result is obviously worth it.
When are you your most pixie?
That tan and the blowout for
Yeah.
sure. What about you?
Dancing in tenants, I swear to God.
Oh my god.
Main character as fuck.
Girl, same. When they play that Monk and Mama Mia, that old school Takesha.
Oh, bitch.
Oh, it's on.
We have to run it.
I'm
up
standing
one
on that
time
elevated
sometime.
surface.
On like a very rare, like I'm coming out of retirement occasion, we'll do like a boys like coming out of retirement.
I've
with
also been
Tana.
loving clubs when they're empty. Like, let's go
Me
when it's literally
too.
empty. That's
Like,
Yes.
what is going on also with club life? Because like Aaron was like, Tori, like, what clubs are around here? I'm like, you don't want to go to Hyde, Aaron. I'm like, trust me, you don't want to
Warwick.
be there. And then I was like, you don't want to be in Warwick either.
those all used to be fun, and I obviously, who the fuck am I to talk about like the social mediaification of anything? Like, thank God it's my job. I love it so much. But I do think like in today's era, like everyone's just on TikTok and on their phone. Like I would do anything to go to Hyde with like Lindsay Lohan
my
in
God.
fucking 2000 fucking
Bitch.
dude.
Yeah, I know
like,
she got that life.
yeah,
like,
she had that life.
that's
that was
nice.
the elite fucking era.
And the clubs were fun being packed then too, because everyone was just dancing and vibing. Like now it's like everyone's making a TikTok. I'd rather it be empty and flop around.
As fuck.
I miss so much the way like partying in LA used to be. It was so
It's
much fun.
different now.
But I'm happy it's not still like that because I would be dead.
True.
You know what I mean?
Same.
Like it had to end.
Same.
True. My first interaction with all LA people through her was Coachella.
That's horrifying.
I know it was.
Meeting people at their actual best dressed, but like worst behavior.
Deloy, like everyone's staying
Deloy,
at
Josh
my house.
Grecken, Kifa, everyone. And Kifa was like the nicest person. And I'll never forget it because he actually genuinely like made me feel comfortable in like this like chaotic environment coming from New York to LA, not knowing anyone. He was like the only person that like actually made me feel
We actually just
good.
went to Coachella with him, and he really is like just a big teddy bear.
100%.
Yeah, he is.
I
So
don't
sweet.
like go out at all anymore. And once a month, he'll check in with me just to be like, hey, I just
How
want
are
to check in. How you doing?
Those are like the people that you have to really appreciate, right? Because
Love.
it's like you make all these like party friends, and then getting to find out who really cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially being an
Totally.
engaged lady, like it's crazy. Because
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Do you guys want to go to dinner?" And that's like absurd of a question to ask.
Well, you
your
also
friends.
probably find out exactly who wanted to fuck you and who didn't, right? Like all the guys who are like, "I'm your best friend," but then the second you're engaged, like, where are they?
150%,
Crickets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
except for one,
Yeah.
Jeff, or your Jeff.
Oh.
That's what I'll call him, right?
He.
now.
Yeah.
Josh?
We're talking about.
Oh.
He's the only one that like we were really besties from the beginning.
He really is just like a sweet kid. I think. I'm emotional. He's emotional. Like, and that whole the Mindy Gate that whole time was just fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like just definitely a very dark, different time. I was living at Weed Lake.
It was
Everyone
a dark
was
time
fuck
for
buddies.
everyone.
Everyone was fuck buddies with everyone, and then
Yeah.
all the girls obviously are like, "He's the one." No one was the one. Like, it-
Not one of those. You will never find your love at a Warwick or a Hyde.
Never.
I mean, I hope for tenants. I pray for you guys.
We won't.
We won't. Haven't found one yet.
But, like for fun, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It was always
that's
for
it.
fun. It was always meant for fun.
You always see those
Right.
couples though, like now and again, who did like find love in the club, and I'm like, I don't fucking believe you.
I know.
I don't
that's
believe it for a
weird.
second.
At all.
It's a little weird.
Yeah,
I already know
just-
they both throw both ways. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
For sure. There's
like,
no way
and you know
last
they
that
have like
long.
weird threesomes where like
Oh.
one of the parties probably doesn't want to do it. And it's like
100.
weird.
Or like they're like gay. I feel like most of them are gay.
Oh my God, literally. This
On
couch
that-
is so comfortable.
I'm
makes me
sinking.
so
It's
happy.
everything.
Like I like sometimes I'll forget I'm podcasting and then I'm just like man spread
know,
as
it is a good
fuck.
I
one.
love that.
Fupa out. Oh my god.
That's how you should be. Let's rock.
From the fupa to the oopa.
On that
the
note, I
booty
think
do.
should we hop into story time? I feel like we should.
If
Oh
you
my
guys
God.
have a Boys Lie story you'd like to submit to the Boys Lie podcast, please submit them to boyslieofficial.com. And if your story gets picked for the podcast, you get a free sweatsuit.
Whoa.
Oh, shit! I'm submitting.
I know.
That's kind.
Welcome back to story time.
I love that intro.
Leah's
Wow.
about to start. Boys are lying. People are getting free sweatsuits. Good things are happening. And we're about to cook these dumb men.
Yes.
Cute.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, like, if you mess up, like, which I probably will, it's okay.
Bitch, I'm illiterate.
Same. I'm dyslexic as fuck.
Me too.
Hot girls are dyslexic.
They are.
Facts. And they have tummy problems. Like,
As fuck.
Yes, always one or the other.
yeah.
I like.
I have
Yeah.
both.
Let me not add any more to that. I'll just shut up.
Okay. I'm going to read the first story. It starts, years ago, I dated this guy on and off for about 5 years. One of the many reasons we were on and off was because he couldn't stop cheating, LOL. Should have left after the first time, but each time he would reel me in and tell me that I was his first true love and that he couldn't imagine his life without me.
Don't they all?
Every single time.
Yep. She says barf. By the way,
I love barf.
We're gonna start hitting that.
I love barf.
Wait, what's her name? Oh no,
shit.
girl! Thank you
Oh,
for our
barf
new,
girl, I love you.
Thank you for our new bit for the next 5 months.
You're adding that to our okay.
Barf.
Barf. I want a waffle knit hoodie that just says barf.
I'll make it
Genius.
happen. It'll say barf and then with like a cosign of
Tana
Tana.
Club. Barf. Okay. By the way, everyone around knew that he was cheating, but I would be delusional and say that they were all lying and trying to ruin our relationship. Anyway, one Friday night I planned to stay in because I was choosing to stay in, and he would stay in too. Later in the day, I changed my mind when he wasn't texting me back for hours, and I decided to surprise him at his house. And luckily, 2 of my friends came with me. And now that I think about it, they probably came with me just so I could see for my own eyes that he was a cheater and I could leave him for good. I went to knock on his door, but he didn't answer. However, I saw his car outside, so I decided to knock again.
Fucker. I already know this shit's about to go down.
I'm kicking the door down. One thing about me is I can kick a door down.
Not
I'm not
kidding.
even, we're not using doors anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
She says through the side window, I saw a girl walking towards the door, and she saw me and then ran back into the living room. And then my boyfriend walked up to the door and closed the blinds in the front window. At this point, my heart started racing, and I ran back to my friends and said, "There's a girl in there." Their eyes immediately got big, and they told me to go knock on the door again, and so I did. This time, he opened it like nothing happened and said, "Hey, what's up?" And
They always do that.
My friends would never be like, we're knocking on the door from here. Like, they'd be like, let's go grab
No, we'd get the butane
through.
and light the house on fire.
The butane's coming back out.
Literally drive the car through the fucking living room.
Yeah. So she said, "Hey, where is she?" He said, "I don't know what you're talking about. There's no one here." But
Don't tell me this
I
bitch was like
know.
scaling the building in like 2 seconds.
I think she was hiding. Let's see. She says, "I told him to cut the shit and started walking around the house and went upstairs. My friends probably heard me yelling from outside because they ran inside, and we all started looking around the house until I heard my friends yell, 'She's in here.'"
Shut up.
I love hide and seek hoe edition.
Right.
Okay.
Real.
What?
It's like, where's Waldo? Basically.
Yeah.
Where's the hoe?
Where's that hoe?
Where's Waldo?
Yes. Oh my god.
I can't breathe. Okay. She says that she was downstairs in one of the guest bedrooms sitting in the dark. I turned on the light and I asked her what she was doing, and she said nothing. And I asked her why.
Why would that be me as fuck though? If like the
Nothing.
guy lied to me and I somehow got roped
chilling.
into it, I'd be like, oh, I'm cleaning the house up. Like, what do you say?
Yeah, but like if you walked in on a girl, you would never be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be like, what are you doing in my house? Like,
Yeah, she's like, what up?
yeah, like
Nothing, just chilling.
just sitting in the dark silently, like.
She's like meditating.
So she goes, nothing. I turned on the light and she had no idea what to say. We all walked into the kitchen where there was a bottle of open tequila with 2 shot glasses, and my friend asked what was going on, and my boyfriend said because I decided to stay home, he was going out to a party. But I asked him why he didn't tell me because I would have gone, to which he replied, "Because I didn't want you there." I swear I felt my blood boil, and I started going off, and he led me to the front door, and he pushed me out and locked the door, and I was speechless.
I know that's yes. It wouldn't even get to that. I
I'm
would
swinging.
lose my shit. Yeah,
yeah.
I would lose my shit.
How does this end?
My friends were speechless until my friend climbed over his backyard fence to see if she could go
Love
through
her.
the back door and yell at both of them. And me and my other friend were knocking
Women
on
in
his
STEM.
Me and my other friend were knocking on his door screaming for almost an hour until I decided I wanted to go home. When I got home, all my friends were there to comfort me, and I never felt so stupid. Moral of the story is boys lie.
Love her.
Well,
Bitch, key his car or something.
I know.
I'm just concerned because this is written. She keeps saying my boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
And clearly she's looped into a toxic pattern with this man. And like you just hope and pray. I saw this TikTok the other day, right? Where this girl was talking about like, essentially she was like yelling at the camera saying like, you stay with this man because you say no one will ever understand you better. Someone else will understand you better. You say you'll stay with this man because this, like, I hope she can get out and see it for what it clearly is.
Yeah.
Like, on some serious
I
shit.
think
Like,
the
that's
hard
sad.
part is the manipulation that they make you think that like the codependency is so real that
Mm-hmm.
you can't do anything without them. That's the part that like at least has trailed me into
Yes,
like,
for sure. For
and
years.
then you're just like, am I dumb? Like, did I do the wrong thing? I don't
Yeah.
really know what I did wrong. And then you come to and you're like, I'm gonna get the butane and fucking burn this fucker's house down.
Wait, so did she break up with him? Is she
No, it
saying like
doesn't
my
say.
ex? Girl,
She
if
just
that's not your
basically-
ex,
No,
it
she
better be.
said when she got home, all of her friends were there to comfort her. This was like written last week, so I have no idea.
We
but I
need the
feel
update.
like
I know.
you're like smacked in the face with like this little girl in his house. Like there's no other proof that you need. Like get the fuck out
Yeah.
of that relationship. Like,
Well, and you stay in abusive relationships. I feel like a lot of times telling yourself like, "Oh, I'll wait for him to do something worse," almost, you know. And it's
Yeah.
like that within itself is enough to go running for the hills
100%.
and like, ew,
What's
and like
the-
pushing you out of the door, and like you wanted to go to a
Yeah.
party and you didn't want her there. Like you deserve a man who wants to go to every party
I
with
totally
you and
agree.
would never, you
Yeah.
know.
What's the worst thing that you've tolerated in a relationship with someone and still stayed with them? I
Bitch.
want to know.
Let me get my scroll.
Mine is so sad because I am such like a no bullshit type of person. My ex used to pick Pac-Man. We'd play Super Smash Bros. And he would pick Pac-Man as his character, and I was like, enough is enough.
Wait, that's actually amazing.
That's all
actually
it took. I was like,
amazing.
ooh.
Of all the
That's
things
it.
he could have picked,
I was dating a 35-year-old man last year, and I was teaching him how to grocery shop. Mind you,
Oh my
I
God.
don't know how to grocery shop. Like, and I came to in the Trader Joe's, and I was like, "How do you not know which meat to pick? Like, how'd you make it this far?" That's not the worst thing. It just came to
No,
mind
like
with-
on a real
No,
note
I
though,
hear that.
my ex situationship, so embarrassing. We were sitting one time, we were like kind of like talking about our exes, getting into it, and he's like, "Yeah, I dated my ex for 4 years, da da da." I was like, "Damn, like that's your wife." I was like, "Go get your wife." He goes, "Yeah, I should call her." I went, "Oh, okay." He did.
Fuck.
oh,
No way.
He did. He did.
I feel like you need to be a comedian. You're hilarious.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Stop. Thank
Like
you.
your one-liners
like
are
you
just
give like Hannah Burner kind of vibes.
Don't even.
And
You
she's
and
like
Hannah Burner
elite
need to
as
do something.
fuck. I love.
Yeah.
Did you watch her new Netflix special?
Yes,
I did.
of
Of
course.
course I did.
It was so good. I just
it was so good. I love
there's
her.
just not enough women who just vocally hate men with their platform, and
know.
it's my favorite
Do you know-
pastime. And I loved that she had a whole Netflix special hating men.
Shout out to the
Same.
queefing part.
I know.
where
She goes,
she
"You
goes-
queefed me."
There is not enough women who talk about that
At all.
I
At
know.
all.
I'm like, shit. Let's talk
More
about it.
realistic sex.
She was essentially saying like, don't say I queefed. Like you just pumped air in me with
Yeah.
a basketball with
You
your
burped
pencil dick.
me.
You
Yeah.
queefed me.
Yeah.
Y'all ever
And
get
like-
up after having sex? You're like, trying
What
to like
girl
cover
literally
it up.
hasn't? What girl literally
Or
hasn't?
I'll just be like, oh, she's talking back. I'm like, she likes you.
No, that's so funny. That's hilarious.
That's
Oh my
actually
God.
a cute way to make like you can like make it cute by that.
Like,
Every
she
time
likes
I
you.
queef, I try to offset it with like a really cute giggle that doesn't even come out of me. First of all, I laugh like, ho, right? But I'll queef and I'm like, like what?
No, but it is embarrassing. Like I swear, like especially if you do it with like someone who you're not like used to like hooking up with, and you're like, oh my
No,
god,
Stop. We already talked about
the what?
the
Wait,
stomach
when?
situation.
Oh my god, yeah.
You guys, sometimes, so I'm so used to my morning routine. Like, I'm so committed to it.
Oh, fuck.
So when I drink my it's coffee,
Shit.
gotta go to the bathroom, and then sex. Like,
Right.
afterwards. I'm like so fresh, so clean. Like,
Yes.
it's all out of my system, whatever.
That's the smack
Yeah,
pack
yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
There's a
The
few
snack
times where
back.
I'm like kind of in a rush. So, like, I'm trying to get to work in Marina Del Rey. and,
Do you
like,
knock out 2 birds with 1 stone and just shit on him? Is that where this is going?
No, my stomach will be like, and,
Yeah.
and there'll be times where I try to do like, like,
You're like doing Kegels, trying to hold it in, like clenching.
and there was at one point where I was like,
We're just
I
going too
have to
fast.
just
and
like
it's
break the ice here because it's like I know like my stomach will sometimes gurgle in the morning, and Mike will be like, honestly, sometimes I pretend like I don't hear
But
it.
is it growling or is it like
I love that she's
the
like break
water?
the ice. Like you're about to marry this.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Well, no, I mean like this is like in the earlier points in time where I'm like, I know my stomach is like,
Yeah.
2 seconds away from disaster.
yeah. Like,
There was a day the other day with Mongeau where we'd like already fucked and then we went to fuck again and I was riding him and I was like super hungover and I just look at him and I was like, listen. No. And I just got off and like started playing like iPhone games.
I get it.
Like I just like
You're
couldn't
I don't
do it.
feel like
A
doing it.
man asks me to get on top, I'm playing dead every single time.
yeah.
I'm not kidding.
It's
on
like,
top of what? Like
Get
no.
on top. Yeah, no. Like you.
I'm like a 2-minute wonder. I'm like, okay, this is fun. This is fun. This is fun. Okay, now your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't got the Megan
Literally.
knees.
I'm tired.
I get on top and it's like bones breaking. You can hear every snap, crackle, pop.
That's with
My
the old
hip.
age.
My hip.
All right, should we get to the next?
We're like all like, oh.
I know.
I
I
literally
forgot.
like I'm not kidding. But like get on top. Last night I was like crack, and I was like, this
Duh.
is embarrassing.
My man started rubbing my feet when I was riding his dick the other day, and I was like, "Oh, you know I'm old." Like, no, like you're just trying to help my
Honestly,
bones.
yeah, I wish I had a foot rub with that.
It was like interesting though, because he was like reaching down. Like it was like
oh,
I don't
so
like
nice.
It was really
Like,
sweet.
that is so nice.
I
Are you kidding me?
know.
Cherish that
Yeah.
moment.
That's also like a whole new sense, like you don't really expect. So
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
like a, whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
That's
next time you're
sweet.
hitting it from the back, start giving me like a shoulder rub.
Yeah.
Right. He does that too. Isn't that sweet?
Rub
I
my
swear it's
ears
because
or
he just knows my
something.
bones are breaking. Like he just knows I'm like 80 years old. And this is
Aw. Rubbing your feet. That's the
Yeah.
sweetest thing
He
I've
sees
ever
you as
heard.
like kind and
my
fragile.
God.
the bar is in hell.
Who wants to read next? Should I volunteer myself?
Should we go this way? Should we
yeah.
Let's go this way. Tana, you go next.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are like strong open,
Yeah.
strong close.
They gave me an MLA formatted literal essay, and I'm gonna do my best. Okay. When I was a sophomore in high school, I had a crush on this boy. Let's call him Todd. Todd was super cute and very popular amongst everyone in our grade, mainly for being really loud, which should have been a red flag. It is always the yappers, girl. I feel you.
Yeah, the loud
I
one.
started hanging out with him outside of school and eventually started to like him. It was around homecoming time during COVID, so there wasn't an actual dance, but we all would still get dressed up to take pictures and have a party. He asked me to be his date to the fake homecoming, and I said yes. We went to take pictures at a park by my house, and his mom picked him up after. My brain went to like 80 dark places. Like,
So she
because
must
it's
be
always
in
the
high
boys who
school.
want to fuck their mom. Don't even get me
Mom,
started
go
on
get
that.
me.
Yup.
When I met her for the first time, she just gave me a weird feeling. Mhm.
Ooh.
Oh.
Like that feeling of how a mom is almost jealous of her son's girlfriends. I literally just
Yeah.
called that. I swear. They want to fuck them. Later that night when I was back home, I get a call from Todd, and he's crying into the phone saying his mom hates that he's dating me and that she abuses him.
Oh,
Ooh.
good.
Oh no,
Okay,
that's
okay.
dark.
Jesus.
I was like 15 at the time, so obviously I had no idea what to do. I tried my best to comfort him. Eventually, his mom took his phone away, and I went to sleep. That is crazy. Around 3 a.m., I woke up to this rustling noise coming from the side of my bed. My room was in the back of the house, so it was completely dark, and I couldn't see anything. I thought it was my cat messing with something, but after looking closer, there was a large human-like shape standing next to my bed.
Oh my god.
No.
This motherfucker
demon.
literally broke into my house in the middle of the night and watched me sleep for a good hour before I actually woke up.
Call the police.
Who
Call the
does that?
police.
What kind of slender man shit? I screamed so loud and Todd put his hand over my mouth. I'm just sitting like, what do I even do right now? And I stayed up all night with him while he explained. This is the trope of a woman, right? Like a man breaks into your house and covers your mouth, and you like stay up all night with him talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Consoling the guy. Yep.
And he's watched you for an
And
hour.
you're like, okay, no problem. Fuck
Yep.
that.
He explained how he ran away for us to be together. In the morning, I told my mom, and she sat down with him to try and get him to give her the good contact information for someone in his family. Somehow in this conversation, he brought up his type in women. This is crazy lore. He states, I really only go for mixed girls. Girl, throw the whole family away, okay? At this point, get out while you can. For reference, I'm 5'3", blonde and white. So that was just... So that was just wild to say, especially to my mom. After this experience, I was unable to talk to him for weeks because he never got his phone back. It was 2 weeks after this situation, I get a text from some girl. She said, your boyfriend wants me. We've been hanging out every day. How the fuck did he manage to cheat on me when he was grounded for a month? That's funny. Men will cheat by carrier pigeon, girl.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, he doesn't even have a phone and he found a way. Of course, he denied it and we kept dating. When he got his phone back, we for sure had a deep talk about our past and personal life. I opened up to him about me being essayed by a guy from our school. Instead of being like angry at the guy like most people would, he gets mad at me.
Oh.
Classic.
Okay.
Oh.
Classic dude gets
Oh.
mad at a girl who like actually genuinely like gives her fucking vulnerability over and is like, this is who I really
Also,
am.
it's like you showed up at my
classic.
house in the middle of the night, put your hand over my mouth, and watched
after
me
you
sleep.
watched me for an hour.
What do you think? I would never
Yeah.
expect you to be cheating on me at the same time. Freak.
Oh
Like,
my god.
next
Day at school, he confronts the guy.
Ugh, that makes
and
it
of-
so much worse.
Yeah, like what?
Oh Jesus.
Group therapy. I'll sign you all up for BetterHelp. And of course, the guy says it never happened. We hooked up, which is a lie. He then says, well, your guys' stories don't match up, so I don't believe you. On top of him breaking into my house, cheating on me, and saying I lied about being essayed. I was already fed up with this guy, yeah. And I've only been with him for like a month. Girl, after this, we fought every night. It was horrible. He would get mad at her for like having sleepovers with her friends. tried to trap her into staying with him.
Oh,
He
God.
bought her a dog to get her to stay.
Oh, Jesus.
He's that controlling.
Why would I fold? I'd be like, I love Fido.
Like, we have to stick together for Snoopy.
Right. Said if I leave him, I'm abandoning the dog.
Oh my God.
What the actual fuck? During this time, I maybe saw him 3 times since we had started dating. His mom forbid him from seeing her. He told the mom she was a whore. This just keeps going.
Oh my
Eventually,
God.
this is so bad. Eventually, I had enough and broke up with him. Woo!
Woohoo.
Woo!
God.
He refuses to
love
let
you,
me break up with him. Oh, I had one of those. I had to cheat until he'd let me go. And says that I'm just a whore. No one will ever love me. He'll make my life hell if I leave him. I left him anyways, and boy, was he right. In the springtime, we both ran track, so I knew I had to see him. On multiple occasions, his mom would see me walking to my car from the parking lot and would floor the gas trying to hit me.
Sorry, it's not funny. It's
The
not
mom
funny,
would
it's
try
not
to
funny.
hit her?
What?
Yes.
Aaron just coughed up his drink.
Aaron just almost choked.
But this, like, I get you. Like, I too have a problem. There's wine on my foot. Sorry. At one point, she was taking photos on a bridge with the man, and the mom was trying to hit her again. So she had to jump in the ditch to avoid getting hit by the car. It had just rained, and the mud ruined her dress.
Someone should call 911 on this mother.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I'm for the
lie.
girls.
Yeah, what the fuck?
To this day, my friends all make fun of me for dating him, and I still find out all the other girls he was with while we were together, which is crazy because we were 15 and 16. Anyways, moral of the story is that if the guy you're interested in says he has a crazy mom, believe him and walk the other way, because that motherfucker will be just as crazy. She ate with the growth at the end,
Yeah.
though, right?
No, they all
Yeah.
do. They all literally do.
I think that, like, there's
my
such a
God.
difference, like being in high school and like your first relationship, falling in love and going through all this crazy shit. Like life changes, and people normally aren't this way and don't act that way. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that, girly, but like,
I also hate how like men always try to act like knights in a sexual like
yeah.
abusive situation that you try to just express as like, hey, this was like a one-time thing that
Yeah.
happened, and they just don't fucking get it, and then to like pronounce it to like fucking everyone and like
Yeah.
their
Like, I
fucking
think in that
mother.
situation, obviously what she was looking for was just someone to maybe listen and be there for her, and it's sad.
Yeah,
I
and,
even
like,
hope at the end she was saying all her friends like joke about it. I hope it's like a joke that you're in on and also laughing. Like,
Agreed.
and not
Yeah, I
them,
hope
like-
you're fully healed
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
that and you
Yeah.
can laugh
Same.
at it.
agreed like 10 times over.
Yeah.
That shit's so crazy. to me.
Wait, were you saying like she told the guy that that she was essayed and he like flipped it, like, got mad at her?
Yes,
Yeah.
got mad at
Yeah.
her, then went to the
Oh,
guy
yeah, yeah,
and like
yeah.
confronted him, and then like the
Because
guy
of
had a
course
different
he
story,
tries to,
obviously.
like, act like some stupid fucking hero and like this fucking
the
every
second he also told her that like she's not his type.
Yeah, right.
Like, I mean, if some guy I was dating, like in love with almost, like, and he was like, I only like girls who have dark hair and dark eyes, I'd be like, well, I'm not your type, so I might as well fucking beep on out of here.
yeah.
Like, you can't change their type.
I would have been like, I like someone who's 6'5".
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like, that's crazy.
yeah, immediately. Polar
I've always
opposite.
thought that's weird. I even noticed that nowadays. Like, I'll be like with a friend who's a couple, and like the boyfriend will be like, well, my type's normally this, this, and this. And it's
Yeah, I
like,
hate that.
I hate
muzzle now.
Like,
Yeah.
I hate that.
I
Like,
agree.
you just don't say that.
If a guy tries to button up also who you are, like personality wise or anything like that, it's not for
Yeah.
you.
No.
1,000%.
Like 150%.
I agree.
Oh, girl, I'm so sorry.
All right, Paige, you want to get into
Yeah,
Don't
that's
ever
it.
see a man like that ever again. You learn
Yeah,
your
dump
lesson
him.
once.
Yeah.
Don't make the same mistake twice. We all have twice. So
Yes.
like,
And it is very like, I mean, obviously when you're younger, it doesn't matter as much, but when you get older, you're also dating someone's family. And if you show up and the family is
Agreed.
red flag city, just know like
Run.
he's probably a little like that. And also like they're not going away. I think tough and passionate is great. Like you want the best for your kids, right? It's when it's like those scary boundaries of like you genuinely feel like the mom is like no one. Like I saw this TikTok the other day where
Yeah, no one's good enough.
yeah. I saw this TikTok the other day where this girl was talking about her boyfriend's mom, and I guess the boyfriend's mom was sitting with her and was like, well, I used to always kiss him and now you kiss him. Like,
Ew, that's
are you
disgusting.
saying?
what?
That
Jail.
shit's so
and like that's
weird,
yes.
bro.
And like that's real.
Prison.
That's such a real trope. I
No,
feel
it
like I see it
is.
all the time.
I dated a guy. Oh my god, he was a producer. He wasn't at all. He would make the shittiest beats in the world, and I literally had to sit there and be like, "Yeah, this is fucking fire." It sounded like ass, and like it was the same thing. Like his parents would like fund his life. His mom was like supportive, like wanted him to like be a producer. Your beats are trash.
It's so true. Like
I'm like, and you live in Van Nuys. No.
But it is like that. Like, no joke, it really is
The
like that.
loserist of guys. The loserist? Is that a
I love
word?
loserist.
Yeah, loserist.
Loserist of guys.
no.
Can I pee real fast?
Wait, me
Yeah.
too. Should we spider pee?
Yes.
I just want to say they're probably for their own greater good cutting half of the things we just talked about, but we just had the greatest kiki giggle sesh
Please
of
leave it
all
in.
time in the interim.
We might have to.
Please
This
leave
might
it
be a
in.
longer episode than the normal.
It was
Boys
I
a
hope
longer one.
I always say when I go on other people's podcasts, like I force them out of their comfort zone. I make them leave all the offensive shit in. The episode's always 3 hours. Like
Yep.
it's serial yappers. Listen, I drove 4.5 hours today to make it to the Boys Lie podcast, and I'm so glad I did.
I'm so fucking
Okay.
happy. This is the
I'm
funniest
so
love you
glad I
guys.
did.
Guys,
I feel like we gotta finish out. We gotta finish. We gotta
Okay.
finish.
Oh,
This
shit.
is
Yes.
like one of those
Okay.
long
Paige,
blow
story.
jobs. We gotta
Wait, I
do
think
this.
that's-
Paige, get in there. Just fucking rip it.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want to just do it without me?
No. We can't do anything without you. What?
And I've always said that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna like go Trisha speed.
Sweet.
Okay, so here's the tea, the condensed version of the story. I dated this guy Vinny. We'll use his real name because why not? For 4 years.
Period.
Fuck.
I thought
Jersey
he was-
Shore.
I thought he was the love of my life. I thought I was going to marry this guy. Well, summer of 2022, he came home from work one day and he was like, "Babe, you should see this hideous creature they hired at work."
Me as fuck to Makoa.
Oh, but she's really nice and she's a lesbian. I said every guy ever trying to cover for a
Lesbo.
hot coworker.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll background check just to let you know.
I said, "Cool, you should hook up with her, or you should hook up with her sister." Oh, wait, sorry, no. I was
So you should hook up with her sister. That's Paige's advice.
Guys, I might be dyslexic. I said, "Cool, you should hook her up with your sister since she's also a lesbian."
Oh, okay.
To which he got super defensive and he was like, "No way." So
You ate that up. Put that on your IMDb. Okay? You really took it there.
Honestly,
It's
lesbian
in
drama
caps.
be crazy.
it's in caps. I had to take it there. He was like, "No way." So I said, "Oh, are you keeping her for yourself?" And I don't know. That triggered the comment, but I don't know what triggered that comment, but I must have had guilt feeling from this. Oh my god, guys.
You got this,
Someone
you got
take
this,
the
you got
mic.
it, you got
Someone
this.
Take the mic.
You got this. You got this.
I don't know what triggered that comment, but I must have had a gut feeling from the start. Jesus Christ.
You're doing great.
Thank you. Fast forward to that Halloween. We threw a big Halloween party and he invited her. She showed up and literally followed him around like a lost puppy dog. But I didn't think too much of it in the moment. I'm a confident woman, and plus I was chatting with our other friends that night. I was enjoying myself. Plus, I thought this girl was just a friend. Ladies, never trust those words.
And I thought she was a lesbian. You would know everything you need to know by what type of costume she showed up in, right?
Agreed.
Because if she was in a cop costume, okay, maybe she's a lesbian. Was she a Playboy bunny? No, she wants to fuck your man.
Straight.
Every person knows on this planet a guy's girl best friend. We all know how
Yeah,
we
fuck
feel
those
that
girls.
way.
Oh, yeah. It's always like a little scary.
Yeah,
You
a
know,
little
you
scary.
fucking know how you feel about them.
Also, when I said the cop and bunny thing, I know that people, there's a spectrum.
Okay.
I didn't mean it like that.
You are so right.
Like you could be a bunny and also a lesbian. I don't know why I said that.
You can be a mask bunny if you want. You can be a butch bunny.
Give him a raise. Wait,
Okay.
then what? He
okay,
fucks
okay.
her, duh.
Then
Sorry.
December rolls around and he breaks up with me out of nowhere. Has the nerve to break up with me over text while I was at work, nonetheless.
Typical.
I'm a nurse and was super busy at work, but I called him when I had the chance to ask what the fuck was going on. He said to me angrily, which I now understand was his narcissistic projection,
Okay.
that he just wanted to be able to spend time with his significant other, and we never see each other. We live together, might I add.
That's the most straight man shit ever. I just want to spend time with you. That's why I'm breaking up. It's like we share a bathroom. There's
Meanwhile,
one
I
sink.
literally kicked Michael out of our place. That's his
Like,
place.
oh my
literally.
God.
We had moved in with each other after a month of dating, which, okay, stop judging. I see that red flag flapping in the breeze too, okay? Point is, I learned from this.
She's articulate. I like
She's
her.
amazing. So after a few days of tiptoeing around each other at home, we decided to work through it and not break up. We got through the holidays and Valentine's Day just fine, and I thought everything was great. No fighting at all. I thought we were happy.
Oh,
Queen.
that's
Damn.
Then-
Valentine's Day and all is so real too.
Yeah, it
Like y'all ever
is.
had a horrible Valentine's Day with a
Yes.
man? And you're like, I know this is over.
Every year.
I just like hate Valentine's
My
Day.
boyfriend
like-
cheated on me on Valentine's Day in high school. It was amazing.
My boyfriend took me to PF Chang's.
One time I just
He thought it was- that's almost worse.
Luxurious.
One time I just watched my ex do whippets for 12 hours on Valentine's Day, and then he went to go shoot a music video about a song that was literally about another girl, and I still stayed wet.
Oh my
He got me a teddy bear 4 days later, but I know it was on clearance.
Ultimate stay there for
On
something.
clearance.
Like, he got me a teddy bear 4 days later.
From CVS.
I know it was on clearance.
On clearance.
Your shit, literally, your tolerance level, astronomical.
Oh, you should have seen me. And like the whippet voice was like, "No, babe, I
Oh my
love
god,
you."
you know it's a Darth Vader. It's a it's like what is it? The bunny house of things where
Oh,
she's
how's
like
funny? She
yeah,
goes,
she's-
Emily.
You
You got
do
some
it, Tori.
bass.
You can do it.
I have some pipes.
It's
in
all
the
about that
worst
bass, no
way.
trouble, diva.
Okay, ready?
Sorry.
Read your
all over my
story in that
voice line.
voice,
Oh my God.
Tori.
We
Oh
we
my
have
God, oh
more
my
if
God.
you need anything.
I
It's
am-
okay. It's just the carpet.
She's like, it's okay. It's just my cloud sofa.
Aaron, please.
It's just my cloud couch from
paper towels.
RH.
I better not smoke weed anytime soon because I'm gonna be like peeing myself.
He's getting some paper
My
towels.
husband is so upset.
I got too giggly and hooty, and I spilled everything in my radius.
Nobody's offended. Nobody's offended.
No,
I just
It was Tori's voice.
Listen.
She did the.
me designing boys. I'm like, isn't this a nice
Oh
touch?
my god, that's what we should do for your collab. Just a nice little stain.
spill marks
We got
everywhere.
stains everywhere.
Kind of iconic, like a
Actually
wine
iconic.
stain spill, but like
I'm
it's
so
like
sorry. Red wine, like on a white T-shirt,
camp.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm an artist.
I agree.
and that is the Tana.
And I've
Mongeau
always said that
smack
about
back.
you. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then, mid-March 2023, he broke up with me again, blaming me and everything under the sun for us not working out. It didn't make sense to me. I knew there had to be another girl. When I asked him about it, he denied everything and continued to blame me. My busy work schedule, blah, blah, blah. So we broke up in March, and suddenly he was gone every night, wouldn't come home. We were sleeping in separate bedrooms the whole nine. The whole
You
nine.
can't be with someone and sleep in separate bedrooms.
Yeah, that's weird.
Especially in like dating life. Like it's one thing if you're married. Like I get it. Like you
Right.
get in like fights, but like not when you're.
No, but if
dating.
if you're like not that deep into something and no one has the flu and you're sleeping in separate bedrooms,
Yeah,
like
that's a problem.
And like,
it can be scary. and
even
sad.
if you have the flu, you fuck.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, I
because
agree.
every
Fair.
I'm
night-
on your
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, and she was like, we broke up. Suddenly he wouldn't come home. Crazy.
No,
Separate
no,
bedrooms the whole night.
yeah.
She goes, talk about wanting to vomit. My heart was in the pit of my stomach most days, and I had lost 10 pounds from not eating. She goes, I
Fuck.
mean, I looked cute, though. Okay, I was on big DIY. Again, I knew he must have been with another girl, but when I confronted him, he denied it and called me crazy.
Ugh,
course.
as they do.
She said, cool story, bro. I moved out last April and like immediately started having these vivid dreams about him and this girl he works with. Her name is Kennedy. You can use that too. Like super vivid dreams almost every night where I'd be pleading with him to tell me the truth. And then finally he would tell me it was her, it was Kennedy, and that he was in love with her.
Damn.
Anyway, he spent all last summer still calling me and wanting to hang out and sleep together, begging for another chance. He'd go MIA for like 2 days at a time, which I later found out that he was with her, and he'd come back and the cycle just kept repeating. Every time I asked him if he was dating anyone, he'd deny it and he would say, I'm just doing my thing.
And your
Not
thing
every
is
bar.
unprotected sex with someone who looks less cute than me. Like that's what doing your thing is.
If a guy ever says he's doing his thing, he's doing that thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Quote that. Put that on a hoodie.
I also wasn't dating anyone else, was just taking time to properly heal and thought maybe, just maybe we could work things out. Long story short, I'm like, girl, long story long. Sorry. Long story short, last August, I booked a trip for the two of us, like an idiot, paid for everything, and said that we needed a little getaway to rekindle our relationship and see if we could work on getting back together. 2 weeks before we were set to go on our trip, a bomb dropped. I found out everything. I found out that he was in fact dating Kennedy the entire time. As soon as he broke up with me in March, he was dating her. I guess she liked guys too. All of his lies. I actually broke into his house and found a condom wrapper on his dresser. Definitely not from me.
I
And
casually broke into his house.
Yeah.
Real.
he left his door unlocked, and I let myself in.
Oh, typical.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah, that's fair
Yeah.
game.
fair game.
Fair game. Needless to say, I went a little Angela Bassett and considered torching everything, but I didn't. It was just a thought.
The butane.
The butane of it all. Reoccurring topic. So I canceled him off the trip, and I went alone and had the best time. I'd highly recommend solo travel. Definitely a healing experience for me. I also did a little dirt digging on this Kennedy and found out that she was a registered sex offender.
Oh.
Oh my God.
She
Plot
said,
twist.
dude, you cannot make this stuff up. Here we go. Conclusion.
What did she do in her sex offender?
She probably
Right.
exposed herself to minors.
Someone.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know why I giggled. That wasn't funny. After all of that, I hadn't spoken to him in 9 months. 9 months of radio silence. He recently texted me that like everything was fine, texted me that he thought he saw me driving and wanted to say hi. I restrained myself and kindly told him what nerve he had to reach out at all, considering I've known all along about him and Kennedy. I thought that if I ever heard from him again, it would be an apology like for the way that he treated me. But no, he still hasn't changed. He was still incapable of being a stand-up guy. I told him to go live his life and never contact me again. Then I blocked him for good.
Can I just say something?
Oh, great.
This novel is the definition of girlhood.
I know.
Because
I
this
agree.
could have said, my coworker, like he came home, said she was a lesbian. He ended up cheating on me with her, and I broke in a little, and now he's blocked.
Me and
But
Tana,
like this is so
Fact.
girlhood.
Fact.
like-
I always say, few word do trick.
Like honestly, my biggest advice to her at home, like obviously I'm really happy you got away. Good for you for
Thank
blocking.
God.
We love no contact. He's obviously an awful liar. Like duh, all of that stuff. But like girl, you should write a book. Like you're a talented
I
writer,
agree.
and like
The narrative is real.
yeah, like she could really like. I would read her book.
But I
Facts.
I literally just Googled Lorena Bobbitt because I remember hearing her name, and she's the woman who like cut off her husband's penis and then threw it out to her window on the highway. And I feel like
Oh, we love
She
this.
kind of should-
We wait,
she
did you
should
guys
have
not know
gone, like,
this?
Oh, of
Lorena
course I
Bobbitt
know
on
this.
this
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
about this.
It's-
She's
it's
the
like-
icon.
Did she throw it out? Did she throw it out the window on the
It was
highway?
like she fully chopped it off.
and then threw
We're
it out the
talking about
window.
Donald Trump versus Joe Biden. That's my president. What do you mean she chopped it and threw it out?
Sorry, I'm like actually illiterate, and that took me 20,000
No, that
tries
was
to get
good.
Paige,
there.
you
That
got
was
5
perfect.
glasses of wine and she wrote a book.
No,
like
like,
that's hard.
that was
That's like women in
perfect.
STEM.
That
I
was
haven't
really
read. Like,
good.
I literally have not read this much since like middle school.
That was
like
better
To
than
Kill
I
a
could have done.
Mockingbird.
You did a
it
great
was
job.
perfect. Like literally to the T.
It's always the bitches going, yes, exactly.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay, last
Come
story.
on,
last
diva.
story, Tori.
This one comes from Texas. All right.
Texas.
Hi y'all. Love the pod, and after hearing all y'all's
Just say it in
crazy
a Texas
stories.
accent.
Hey y'all, I love boys
Hey,
Line the
y'all.
podcast.
Hey y'all, love boys
No.
line. After hearing all
No.
y'all crazy
All right, just talk
stories.
normal.
Okay. Hi y'all, love the pod, and after hearing all y'all crazy stories, I think that it's my time to shine, and it
yeah.
it really is. I've been dating and living with this basketball player for over a year, and let's call him Mark.
Mark.
It's always the basketball players.
Here we go, Mark.
Mark was away on a long road trip with his team and left his iPad at our house.
And it's
luck,
always the
Mark.
Yeah,
iPad.
the iPad always gets you.
Guys
Oh
don't
my
fucking know
God.
that iCloud syncs to everything.
Yeah,
They're so
that and
stupid.
Snapchat. Just delete Snapchat.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the other advice I have. Anyways,
Real.
I was bored and curious, so I looked through his messages and DMs, and I couldn't find a single thing, which really threw me off because how could there be absolutely nothing? You're so right. I realized that he probably deleted any incriminating material,
Duh.
and what prompted me to go through his email where I found a receipt of another hotel room at the hotel the team was going to be staying at next.
And
Who
with the
knew?
athletes, it's always the hotel rooms too.
It's
Every time.
always the athletes. What is it? Athletes, artists, and assholes. That's my saying. Triple A.
Artists,
That's good.
athletes, assholes.
That's
Put that on the
really
fucking
good.
t-shirt.
That's really good. You should put that on a t-shirt.
Seriously, I'm
All
buying.
right.
You should honestly trademark it.
Another ad.
You should.
Another
It
ad
really
for
is
you to-
athletes,
Copyright
artists, and
it by
assholes.
Tori
Yeah,
Robinson.
athletes, artists, and assholes. It's facts.
Yeah, they always
on
cheat.
Snapchat especially.
Always cheating.
You ate down boots with that one, mama.
Thank you. I wanted to do some further investigation, so I called Mark and said I really missed him and I wanted to meet up with him and at the next city that the team would be in. I flew out there the next day, and when he was taking a nap in our room, I thought might as well go through his wallet, and I found an extra room key in
wallet?
the sleeve with the room number on it, and I waited for him to get
She
up
better
and
have
go
also
to
taken a photo of the
practice.
front and
I
back of his credit card if
agree.
she's
All
getting
of
played
them.
like this and in his
Amex.
wallet.
Oh my God. She goes, I went to the front desk and got a key to the room that he made a reservation for. And I went there and I hid in the closet. I think I was in the closet for about 3 hours. I was on the verge of leaving and feeling crazy for doing that. When he came into the room with a sex worker, ... I waited.
Wait,
for
she's
that.
iconic for that though. I just have to say, like,
that
3
takes
hours, like
3 hours is way too much.
commitment.
No, that's
Of my
iconic.
own time.
Are you peeing in the corner?
Yeah, what are you
I would be
doing?
peeing like in the coats.
Oh, I'd be peeing on the bed.
Yeah.
No, that
point-
takes stamina for sure.
No, I'm so
Just
I
sit
love
there.
her.
I waited for them to get going so I could catch him with his pants down, ... quite literally. And at the right time, I screamed and busted out of the closet, and he was so stunned that he literally fainted and couldn't play in the game the next day.
I
due
love
to
women
quote
so
unquote
much.
severe stress and personal reasons. So he literally couldn't play in his basketball game because
He was so
I
traumatized.
want to
God.
meet this woman and kiss her. I'm so fucking for real. Like, I
Same.
love her so
She should
much.
be president.
her
Yes.
last, wait, honestly iconic because her last sentence is, I don't feel bad about any of it because boys lie. And by the way, I love y'all.
Fuck
Send her
yeah, we
2
love y'all
sweatsuits.
too.
Shout out to Antonio, Texas.
Literally put her on the PR list.
She deserves a full box.
That is so
Damn.
fucking iconic. Like, she went down to the front desk. I see it all. It's so main character.
like pulling up the card, being like, "Oh my God, I don't know what happened." Like,
Yeah, like,
it's
I need
not
a new
working.
I need
Oh,
a
it's
new room
amazing.
key.
Do you guys think that you could wait 3 hours in a closet?
I have
couldn't.
what?
You have.
Oh my
I don't.
God,
I think
yeah.
I'd pee myself, but
I
I
would-
feel
I would
like I
piss
would
my
want
pants.
to.
I
But
would
just
pee
like
on
the
the bed.
dedication of wanting to catch him literally in the act,
So
and then
badly.
just imagine this guy like passing out, fainting, dick out, soft.
You guys,
Like
I
the
feel like
ick.
full Amber Heard turd. Like I
Like-
would fully be on the bed, being like, "Fuck you."
Yes,
He had a
Heard
panic
turd.
attack.
she ate with that.
She
Honestly,
ate.
listen, I just if men are gonna like. I unfortunately think with the mindset forever that like once a guy is cheating on you, all bets are off. Like I've done my craziest
As
shit
fuck.
ever because it's like,
You know,
I
when
agree.
you know.
yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry about
Wait,
that.
don't we? Sorry, me keeping the podcast going forever. Aren't we all supposed to say when boys lied to us?
yeah,
I
we want to hear your
watched.
boy's
Yeah,
life
wait,
story.
that was my one question. What is your boys' lie story? One that you haven't told yet. I
Yeah.
want to hear it.
We can start with like our like little spiels of like what happened with us. There's a bunch.
Leah found out her ex was
Gay.
on Craigslist.
That was one
soliciting
of
sex
them.
with
Craigslist.
Yeah, he was
multiple
soliciting sex
people,
from
asking them
strangers
to,
on
like, pee in his
Craigslist.
asshole. It was crazy.
Yeah. Yep. I'm sorry.
What are you supposed to do? You don't. When
The
you're
last
Jewish,
minute was so funny. I'm so sorry.
but you can't do a cross.
What just happened?
Do you do the opposite?
I'm having the time of my life.
I
I hope this is a usable podcast because we're having the best
I'm
time.
having the time of my life. I'm not even kidding. This is the best podcast ever.
And the way it's like my spilled paper towel too.
This is DIY. So I was like, wait.
He said,
He said it.
the way I was getting up to drink your wine too.
Marito.
Listen, boys lie absorbs all liquids. Boys lie absorbs all liquids.
Boys lie is so good. I can't even feel it through the clothes.
Can I just say you would have gingham napkins?
Right.
What is
Like,
gingham?
Bitch, you design clothes. That pattern.
I went to ASU. What do you want from me?
Are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
I have talked about a little bit of this lore online before, so forgive me for recycling my trauma a
okay.
bit, but I will never not be gagged at this one. I'm dating this rapper. That's where I went wrong. Duh, obviously. And I'm like kind of living with him, but kind of not. He lives downtown, first of all. So that within itself is just.
I did that the same.
I feel like I'm
era.
road tripping every day for the dick, and it's like, why, right? And I'm staying with him a bunch, right? And he starts bringing this girl over, and he's like, "This is my cousin," and I'm like, "Oh my god, nice to meet you." And
you're
he's
just
like,
"You don't fuck your cousin."
"Right, that's how it
It's
ends."
always the cousin. I feel
And he's like, "No,
Uh-huh.
I'm hiring her as my assistant." So she'd be like doing the dishes and shit, and like I would have her do my laundry, like whatever, like for like months, yada yada. And
cousin?
he's like, "Well, it's his cousin who's also his assistant,
Is
quote
it
unquote,
his
right?"
first cousin or second cousin?
And that's a valid question. No, and so whatever, like we're dating. I know he's cheating on me, but I'm just like looking left and right. I want
you
songs written
gotta
about
be at
me. Like
one
I'm looking at
point.
the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the ceiling. Like, no, you're not.
I get it.
And one day I find a hoop earring in his bed, right? And I knew the type of hoops I wore. Okay, I was a thin hoop girl at the time because that's what was trendy. And
the
it's
bigger
weird
the
that
hoop,
you have
the bigger the.
yes, and they were thick and just they weren't cute. They weren't
you
cute
know.
hoops, and I was like, these aren't my hoops. Whatever, blah blah blah. She comes back the next day to work. The assistant cousin. They're her hoops. She was never his cousin. He was dating her the entire time at the same time as me. I hung out with her every single day, all day. Like she was doing my laundry.
Murder.
Like, and she wasn't his cousin. She
At
was his
least you
other
were like,
girlfriend.
you're my bitch.
No, I was like,
That's too close.
She
to
was
home.
down bad.
like, are we in a throuple? Like, what would happen? Like, I don't like. I know I would like
Did she
leave
speak
for an
to you in the
hour
house?
all the time. She was like, "Hey, girl, what do you need?"
So
like, she
here's
was
my-
like,
my question for the aftermath: were you like, I'm low key down, or were you like,
"No, I fucked his best friend."
oh, facts?
That's
Obviously.
good.
That's good.
I honestly think that's healthy revenge.
Yeah.
We've had
Yeah.
some revenges that are like, I faked a pregnancy test, and I was like, bitch, that is
That's
too far.
fucked
I've done it.
Tana Marie.
The problem with me is like, I guarantee you, every single boys' lie email of revenge that you've gotten that was too far in your head, I've done it. Like,
You know what? Respect.
I honestly, I respect it though, like because
We need to
guys
hear
get to
why.
fuck
I
with
didn't
you on
want to.
so
We need to
many
hear
levels.
why.
They
Yeah.
fuck with you on every endearing level that you have in vulnerability
Guys
because they
would
don't
fake a
show
pregnancy
any of
test
that
for sure.
If they could.
Oh,
they
my-
would.
We
They
had
would.
one
if they
guy who
could.
faked his death, had an obituary, had fucking
Clinton
motor-
Kane.
Motorcycle
no.
accident.
And this bitch, years later, they were in like an 8-year relationship or something like that. Years later, she goes on her fucking bachelorette. She's getting ready with the girls.
Cancun.
They somehow have to pee like at this random stop. They go to stop in
no,
Mexico.
they're in Cancun at a water park.
Yeah, they end up at a water park in Cancun, sees him on the fucking chair with the wife and kids. And they all start calling out his name, being like, yo, is this blank? And basically it was him. And he ran out of the water park with his kid and his wife. And the girl who called him, or called her, being like, he's dead, was that
Was
bitch
the
who was
wife.
at the water park.
Basically, a moral of the story is boys are so afraid to break up with someone they'd rather fake their own death.
100% they would.
No,
And
to a point where
move-
you have your
You ate with
obituary,
that.
your
Country.
family's involved. Like, it was
Like
Oh.
genuinely,
kind of
it's
like-
fucked up.
My God.
Like just fucking break up with her. You
I
fucking
think even we were
pussy.
just talking about that girl who cut her man's dick off. Like, all girls
Yeah.
at least
The random
can
Bobbit.
recognize
Shout
the
out.
fact that like
I get it.
as a woman, when you hear like that girl cut her man's dick off, you
I-
don't think what a fucked up woman. You think
No.
what did he do?
do?
No,
What did he do?
immediately,
Yeah.
what did he do?
Fuck.
And it's like men push women to these points where they do a lot of crazy shit. I'm not saying all men should be villainized and all women are perfect, but I am saying
I
in a
am.
lot of situations, especially on this podcast, Boys Lie, like you're getting all these people to write in. Like you're usually like she didn't want to hide in that closet and
No.
fake a room key and make him pass out.
But
She
I
was
think
pushed to that
believe
point.
she had the
Yeah.
determination to sit there for 3 hours.
That is not part of her personality. Like,
Yeah,
unfortunately,
exactly.
though.
That's
It
a
is.
toxic trait that comes out of it. But
Exactly.
Like,
You have
unfortunately,
to.
it's like you have to do what you got to do in due diligence to be like, yo, I wasn't fucking crazy.
yeah, no one else is gonna do
Everyone
it for
calls
you.
me fucking crazy. I'm not crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I've always said I'm
Another
such a
fucking
like
glass of
sponge.
wine. I'm-
That is the third drink that you have spilled.
Did she
We're
spill
not
again?
telling Michael. Michael can watch this
She goes,
podcast
don't
and
worry,
find
it's
out.
just the carpet.
Listen, we'll take the revenue from this podcast, get him a brand new rug.
Michael, fuck around and find out. I just don't know. I don't
He
know
did.
what
He's marrying you, babe.
Tori is the new Lorena Bobbitt.
No, he already knows. He knows.
Aw.
He just expects it at this point.
That's cute.
Kind of, except I've like took down 2 toasters and I'm not allowed to use the kitchen whatsoever.
That's
I
hot.
mean, took down 2 toasters.
She just burns things sometimes.
I set them on fire.
I lit an air fryer
Like,
on
you
fire
just, like,
once.
leave the toast in like a few minutes too long.
No. Okay, so I forgot. I thought that like when butter's so hard, I was like, oh, okay. So like while the toast is toasting, I can just unwrap the butter while it's in like the stick thing.
Women in STEM. I would have done the
No,
same
Wait,
thing.
you put it like diagonal over the slat? I do that.
While
Oh,
I
with the
was heating it,
foil?
So I was like, oh, it's
With the
melting.
foil?
Yeah.
no,
it's
I
with the
leave
foil.
it like in the
Big-
wrapper
yeah.
and put it over the
Yeah,
Put
I'm
it
like,
on top of the toast.
yeah. So I'm like,
Yeah.
it's melting. But then all of a sudden I turn, it's on fire. It's on fire. Like,
Wait,
who
stop,
knew?
because I do that.
I thought it was like wax paper, like it doesn't catch fire.
Wait, I'm actually gonna freak. I've been
Yeah,
doing
don't do that.
You
Don't
melt
do
your
that.
butter over the toaster.
Well, then
You keep it in like the plastic wrap and you put
And
it
it-
over
while the
toast
toast
while
is
the
toasting, so it gets like warm and it's like a little
No,
melty. and
it's,
like,
it's a fire hazard.
Oh.
but then when you forget about it, then the paper goes into the toaster initially.
I think you're rewriting
Oh, I
new
should
narratives.
bet.
Take women out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facts.
Yes.
Get me out of there. I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing.
Have you been lied to by a man? Do tell.
Oh, was it my?
Paige Camerlin.
So I just graduated from college. He told me that he had a marketing company and that I could come work for him. So I was like, okay, slay. Moved to Michigan. This was like right after I graduated from college. Moved to Michigan, lived with this guy. He had a futon in his living room and no other furniture. So I was like, oh, not so successful.
I'm unwell.
And then just lied about having the entire business that just like was not true at all. Like every day I'd be like, so like, are you gonna like go into the office? And he was like, yeah, no, it's like a slow day, we don't have to do anything. We never did shit. Like I moved out there to like work with him. We never did anything. He ended up opening a line of credit under my name. And
wait, this just happened to one of our employees with her ex-boyfriends. He tried to pull out a loan under her name without her knowing.
babe, opened up a credit card. He would charge. We would go to Chicago. We would go to Chicago. We would like stay in these nice hotels, and he'd be like, "Oh, just like put it on the card. Like I'll reimburse you. Like da da da." So I'm like, "Okay, perfect." I would like put the hotel under my credit card, and then like a few days later, I'd be like, "Okay, like you owe me for that," and he'd be like, "Yeah, I got you." He would pay it like on my Apple Pay. It would go through. 2 days later, it'd bounce back.
No fucking
And I got
way.
charged. I'm not kidding. I was still in debt until recently. Like $6,000 because of this man like putting charges like of hotels.
Wait, until
No,
recently.
that's
could be worse.
insane. That's horrible.
And I was
terrible.
making zero money because I was supposed to like, be working for him.
The
He
fact
never
that,
paid me
like,
once.
I would
No,
actually
yeah, it
sue
did.
him.
And your credit, it
wish I
fucks
could.
up everything to get
Yeah.
another place. Like that's so fucked up.
No, everything. He was so awful. His company like actually didn't exist.
Wait,
It was
that's
called the
terrible. I'm so
Hinterland Group.
sorry.
It doesn't fucking exist. Yeah, and I ended up getting in contact like with his ex-girlfriend after like we like went through this whole like blowout fight because I was like, you are a fucking liar, like none of this is true, like
course.
whatever.
Traumatizing as
and
fuck.
she told me, she was like, oh, he told me like you were his first girlfriend, like you took his virginity, like da da da. I was like, first of all, we've never had sex, like not true, never dated this man. And she was saying he got in trouble. First of all, he had a warrant out for his arrest for stealing a car. He doesn't actually have like a marketing agency. That's all fraudulent. He literally was in jail for stealing a car.
Wait, meanwhile, you're like, I don't really have that much of a boys' lie story. like, this is insane.
Yeah, I know, but like,
Wait,
I never
holy
dated him, so like, I
fuck.
didn't
Didn't
consider
a
him like a
private
boyfriend.
investigator or someone reach
Yes.
out?
So a few months later, like I like moved to LA, whatever. I'm like clear from him. I'm like, ew, fuck this, goodbye. I'm like living in LA for a little while, and her name's Megan. She ended up DMing me, and she was like, hey, girl, so do you want to talk to like a private investigator? Like this person's like trying to like get him arrested. Basically, he has a warrant out for his arrest. Like he like wants to talk to you, like this and that. Like
wants
boys
to talk to
anticlimactic, boys lie. I tried to like get in contact with the PI, like didn't answer, and I just kind of like let it go because I was like, I don't want to be subpoenaed into fucking Michigan
But
court.
paying off the debt for him would have me in a forever vendetta state.
Actually like don't understand the court system when it comes to anything, whether it be like a sexual assault type of situation.
Oh
down
well,
to,
he
like,
had allegations for that too. He was a
Down to, like,
photographer
a-
and he had like essay allegations.
We love you guys so much. This was
We
actually
love you,
so
love
fun. I
you,
feel
love
like
you.
we didn't expect this to go so long, but it's been so fucking fun. I feel like we just like. we
I
did go out
lost
to
track of
dinner.
time.
Me
Me
too.
too.
What
Time
time
is so fun.
I don't even know.
It's
My
nine.
phone's
It's
dead.
9:17.
There's
Yeah.
nothing more special than like podcasting with girls and like we're sitting here having glasses of wine, like laughing at everyone, laughing at men, like talking shit and giggling, and like that's such a special environment to create. You have the most amazing gays and not gays off camera, and they're great. And just thank you for having us. I've loved Boys Lie forever, and
Seriously.
This
I-
is so fun.
Literally.
I
You
feel
guys
like
are
I
such
just made
sweethearts.
2 really good new
You're
friends.
fam.
Me
And
too.
Fam.
it doesn't always happen in LA that way, so it's
No, it
always
doesn't.
grateful, and
Yeah.
You ought to default though. I
I'm
feel
so
like.
happy you joined me with this today.
Me too.
Paige is the funniest
Me
girl in the
too.
world. If you're
Yes.
watching this, go follow Paige on everything,
Yes.
please.
Please.
And subscribe to the Boys Lie podcast because I'm assuming these write-ins are only going to get crazier.
Yeah,
And
they are.
guys, thank you. This is the first podcast I've ever been on, except for cancel.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No, you haven't.
You guys are my first.
And we
we
came
love
and
you
just got
guys.
tipsy and giggled. Like,
This
that's
was so
amazing.
fun.
That's how
Wait,
it
we
should
should do a
be.
podcast called Tipsy and Giggling. Wait, no.
Something.
That's terrible.
Something like that.
No, but
Athletes, artists, and assholes, baby.
There we go. That's the podcast name.
Right, it might have
Assholes
to
and
be.
assholes. And
Guys,
delete
genius.
your fucking, what's it called?
Reddit.
Snapchat
Reddit.
and Reddit.
Reddit and Snapchat.
Thank
Both
you
of it.
so much for having
Bye,
me.
guys.
Okay, we
love
love
you.
you.
Boys lie. Boys lie.
Boys lie.
Boys lie, y'all.
Boys lie.
Them boys, they be lying.
Boys lie.